Hi, thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring Chantecaille's Fall 2023 collection, the Wild Mustang collection. Chantecaille sent me a few pieces of their collection. We are putting this look together. I'm using mostly Chantecaille products today. As you can see, I am much more tan than I normally am because we have been away. So I'm going to do a little bit of a chatty Get Ready With Me. Usually I don't chat too much while I get ready, but I haven't filmed in a few weeks, I'm going to say. I have preloaded videos for before we went. In fact, one going up next will be something I filmed previous to when we left. I'm going to talk about where we were. Let's take a moment to admire how beautiful this is. This is the insert that came with the products. It's the American Wild Horse campaign that this supports. So the funds raised from the sales here on this Wild Mustang collection will support the American Wild Horse campaign. What this organization does is they work to protect a recently discovered herd of wild horses in Utah's Cedar Mountains. This collection has lip and eye products, 2 luminescent eye shades, 2 matte eye shades, which really lovely formula by the way, and 2 lip veils. So we're gonna do a look with two of the eye shades, a lip veil, and then again, the rest will be Chantecaille products. Huge thank you to Chantecaille for sending everything over. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're gonna do is take a little bit of the Glow recipe. I took this with me on our trip. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you where we've been. And it was a really humid place. And we had 2 weeks there, which was really nice. We needed it for sure. A little reset. And I started working out there as well. And then I just want to let that set. Yeah, so I was saying I started working out every day we were there. We walked about, 3 to 4 miles. And then when we went to our second destination, we were in Oahu, the first island. And we met up with my parents there. So there is a vlog coming. Let me see, not the next video, but the next video, I still have to edit it, where of course my parents are in it because I know how much you love them. So they are in that vlog. And there's also something else in the background here that happened during that vlog. Right there, if you can figure out what that is, it kind of goes with the theme, if that's a little hint. I'm gonna unbox it there for you. We went to Kauai for another week. I did have SPF on the whole time, SPF 50. And even though I have SPF on, even mineral SPF, I still get some color. Actually, I have a lot of color where this is gonna be my base. So I talked about this before, this anti-aging face tint, where it's a great color for me when I'm tan. Now's the perfect time for this. In fact, I picked up a product from Hourglass that you were wondering about. And I went up 2 shades or so and it still is not deep enough for me right now. That's how quickly I tan. So this is the anti-aging face tint that I know some of you picked up during the sale. I didn't mean for all of these to be Chantecaille videos, by the way, but this came in and I wanted to show this to you right away. So I thought, let me just do that first. And then the next video you'll see, so I'm just taking this liquid sculpt brush. The next video you're gonna see, and you can see how perfect a match that is for me. Like that is almost my exact skin tone. And usually if I pull it up here, it's too light, but not today. So it does a really nice job of blurring. I'll do half so you can see, because I'm not typically this tan. With a hat, with SPF, I just get color so quickly. So yeah, like I said, we went to Kauai for another week and it was just the 2 of us for that one, celebrating lots of things. And it was really relaxing. I think it's the first time I've slept in probably 7 months really well consecutively. So that's definitely worth it for me on vacation to be able to sleep that soundly. Oh, sorry. So this is half. We'll just cover that up. But you can see what a nice job it does of blurring. So if you're about 2 to 3 shades deeper than my normal shade, then this is a beautiful product. It dries down really nicely. In fact, I brought this with me on my trip along with the Glow, this one. And I use that for makeup. So actually, if I lived in Hawaii, I probably wouldn't wear any makeup. I'd wear SPF and that's probably it. It's just really humid. My skin loved it. But the feeling of makeup on my skin when it's that humid, I definitely needed the this product to keep everything under control in the front, because even the even up that I talk about staying in place was sliding around after a while. So yeah, we went to Kauai. Let me see, what did we do in Kauai? We did some fun things. We didn't just stay on property, although I'll show you the lovely property we were on. It's, I think, I'm gonna say our favorite resort. It's so relaxing. And our experience is always really positive there. We've been going back for years and years at this point. Let's go in with the Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint. And the collection, this collection, came in yesterday. And so I filmed a little unboxing. Oh yeah, I put that on, what is it called here on YouTube? It's called, oh yeah, Shorts. So I put that on Shorts. So it was a really short video. And you could see the unboxing and swatches if you didn't catch that. Let me know if you like that format. I think that's a good place to do unboxings as they come in like quickly and in smaller batches. That's not long enough for a video, I don't think, but I think it's pretty clear. You can see what it is. We're gonna take a little bit of the cream Future Skin. I did this in the video for the Chantecaille sale, and let me know if you tried it by using this as a concealer under the eye, because it's so lightweight and lovely. By the way, I have some dry skin as well on my face because I'm using tretinoin again. I kind of cycle that in and out, and it's starting to get results, which means I'm gonna have flakier skin. And this tint is not interfering with that. It's not emphasizing that, because I was actually trying another product that I recently picked up that we'll talk about later that was showing. I kind of wanted to see a side-by-side just to experiment really quickly, and this one wasn't catching dry skin like the other one was. Not that the other one was really that terrible, but I just noticed. Okay, so now, like, almost looks like I don't need concealer here. I feel like I have so much redness here, maybe we need just a little. So the next video you're gonna see was filmed before we left. So you'll see how Honey is actually a really great shade for me when I don't have this tan, and then going back to Mocha here when I am tan. I'm gonna take this Sephora number 75 and just get that in. Yeah, I really feel like I really didn't need concealer, but we'll do this just anyway, out of habit. And I always get little breakouts, especially on my tan when I travel. So I'll show you the little, they're like spot dots that I bring with me when I travel. I just have them packed ready to go because it is inevitable that my skin doesn't break out any other time, just when I travel, especially in this area. Like I have 3 right there right now. So I'm doing some treatments on that. I'm gonna go in here with this. Oh, you know what I need? My Camouflage Stylo. Hold on. Let me go get that. Okay, so I've got the Camouflage Stylo in 4C. I'm just gonna go in here. And I know that some of you were asking about the La Prairie that I use here. Actually, that's something I'm going to talk about in the upcoming video. In case that one is not going to be available, I don't know, but kind of gives you a clue about what I will be focusing on in the next video. I think it'll be really interesting. I'm not sure if this is going to be deep enough right now. So we're going to do this and see how well this works. And if I need to find the other one, I will. But this is the, oh, I did order another one of these. Perfect Blur. Oh, actually, we're okay. So if you are curious, if you were wondering about how Perfect Blur powder works on like a couple shades deeper than me, it still works really well. Oh, and ordered another one of these regular size because I use this so much. So our trip to Hawaii was probably the first trip. Yeah, the first, oh no, actually, just kidding. It's been longer than that. I think it's been 3 or 4 weeks since I sat down and filmed, because I forgot we went to the Midwest also for a week before we went to Hawaii. So it was a week in the Midwest. We had a couple days to turn around, do laundry, repack, and then we were off to Hawaii. So yeah, I have not filmed in a really long time, but I've already put up the vlog on the Midwest if you wanted to see that. So between Portia, the Midwest, and Hawaii, I feel like we haven't really been home, which is a very different pace than we've been keeping. Also really nice to be able to see people we haven't seen in a while. Okay, and then somehow my eyebrows are filling in really nicely. I noticed in Hawaii they were really growing, especially down here. Like I don't really ever have to tweeze my eyebrows that often, but I was getting a lot of extra hair down here. So I was just going with brow gel and not putting any pencil in. And the hotel we stay in, Oahu, we noticed that Jason Momoa was there a few days after us, so we just missed him. Yeah, we literally just missed him. Going with the Victoria Beckham Baby Brow. Oh yeah, I ordered actually I ordered quite a bit. I ordered the Dior brow in it's like a grayish toned brown. I can't remember the number, but I think it's a new shade. So I thought we'd try that. And then I have some other things I ordered from Clay de Peau. Actually, that will be coming up in, when's that coming up? I still need to film it. Lots of things to unbox. Lots of unboxing, and my husband said he's ready to help me unbox. So I'm gonna have him in the unboxing. But I picked up a lot of things that people have asked about that look interesting. There seem to be a lot of launches happening. And then I've got some PR that was sent while we were away, so lots of unboxing of that as well. But yeah, let me know what you picked up from the Chantecaille sale. I would love to know what you picked up. Okay, could spend forever on my brows, but we need to move along. Okay, let's go in with bronzer. I feel like we don't need that much bronzing, but we'll do a little bit here. So we're gonna take this Fenty brush and the Sirena. Let me know if you want me to do that. I think it's called latte makeup. Actually, I think that's kind of what I was doing in Hawaii without even realizing when I did apply makeup. So I only was applying makeup really in the evening. I'm just gonna run this like this over to build a little bit of a crease, just like that, because I'm not really going to build that much of a crease in my eye look today. Okay, let's go ahead and finally get to eyes. So I've got here two of the shades. I've got Rowan, R-O-A-N. I've got this shade. It's, oh, by the way, I had a request for swatches because this does remind me of at least one other shade I can think of in the Luminescent eye shades. And this one is in Bay. It's one of the matte eye shades, which is not something that they have typically done in this format. So they're usually luminescent, so there's some kind of shimmer element, a glow to it. This one is matte. When I swatched it, it was really smooth. Like this reminds me of the Giraffe shade, but like I said, I'll have to swatch it to see what it's like in terms of the color, but it doesn't have any shimmer in it. So that is something different here that I really like that they did. So let's go in really quickly. We'll do a fast, quick eye. Probably took longer to do this than it'll take to do the eye. I have a Shade and Sweet brush by Chantecaille. This is great brush for this color. So I think it's called it something cinnamon. How do they describe this? It's described as a shimmering cinnamon. Okay, the air conditioning turned on, so I needed to just turn it off. But let's go ahead in with this. It's really beautiful, and I have to say, when I swatched it, I really liked, okay, so I'm not a shimmery person, but I really like the level of shimmer in here because it's not overpowering and it's not intermittent from what I can see. Yeah, there aren't chunky particles in here. It's quite fine. It's not a satin, but it's kind of like between a satin and a shimmer. It's that level. It's really pretty. So this would be a great one and done. In fact, we're going to go to dinner here in a bit, and this is the makeup I'm gonna wear. Yeah, really beautiful. So you could go like that, add mascara, be done. But of course, I'm going to use this one as well. We're gonna use this BK Beauty 207. It's a little bit more dense. I'm just gonna get that and add that just to the exterior. Just for some slight dimension. Really slight. Okay, and then I'm gonna let's take this BK Beauty 202. I really like this brush because it's tapered, but it's also fluffy. So it kind of just keeps everything where I need it to go while buffing everything out. Going with the Chantecaille eyeliner brush, we're going to turn this into an eyeliner and just take a little bit of that and then press into the base of the eyelashes. Do a little bat wing. Okay, it might not look like I'm adding much, but you can definitely see the difference between the two. I'm just gonna stamp this along the bottom lashes really gently because it's really subtle. Actually, I really like this along the bottom lash line because it looks like just my lashes, but thicker. Just go ahead with the Faux Longest Lash Mascara, and then cheek and lip will be next. So went in with mascara, cleaned up the exterior with a little bit of Clay Depot concealer, and then I did a little bit of contour, just slight contour with the Victoria Beckham in Marble. And let's go in with blush now. So I was looking at the blushes that I have from Chantecaille, and I remembered that I have, actually I think I swatched most of these for you somewhere on Community tab maybe. The Philanthropy blushes I have here, Sea Turtle, which is my favorite one. I do have, I think it was Elephant that I didn't swatch. I just found it, so let me know if you want to see that. But this one is quite muted on me, so I thought this would be a great choice. And this is my favorite shade of their blush, and you'll see why, because it just works really well with my skin tone. They have a nice range though if you want something more vivid or something lighter. They also have lighter and cooler. So if you'd like to see the swatches, they are on the Community tab. And this was the first time that the Philanthropy items were included in the sale. It's a really beautiful blush. And this was a newer one, so it had a little bit of a shimmer on it, but that's just an, what do they call it? Overspray, overspray, I think. And then it is this color. Let me take a little and just wipe that across. I do want to take a little bit of the Perfect Blur, what's left on the excess here, and just run that around the edges, the perimeter of the blush, just to soften it up, as usual. A bit of the powder highlighter here for the nose, 205 BK Beauty. But yeah, I believe I have a discount code for BK Beauty. Oh, that's too much. For BK Beauty. And actually I compiled all of my discount codes that I could think of down below. Now I'll start including that because I forget sometimes that I have coupon codes for various things. Let me just take this excess powder and soften that a little. Okay, and then let's take a little bit of this, and we're going to use that on the cheeks. The one I used earlier, I'm just going to use that to apply strategically. If you're concerned about texture, then this is a great one to apply. Yeah, this is great for that in case you are concerned about texture, because it's very fine in its glow, and it's more of a, I guess it's between a cream and a liquid. Powders will tend to bring about more texture on me than a cream or liquid highlighter. And it's really subtle. Just being careful not to go up too far in the front. Just really keeping it very, very targeted right here. Oh, I really like this look. It's very, very much what I'm wearing these days, which is just a really pretty, subtle kind of makeup look. Finally, we've got this lip shade in Laurel, and I did try this on. It's a little bit light, so we're gonna try it a couple ways. We're gonna try it by itself so you can see it by itself. I think when I'm back to my normal color, this is going to be beautiful. But right now you can see it's a little bit lighter. So it's got like a coolness to it, which is really pretty. But I think, like I said, for my coloring, I feel like I want to add a little bit more color, but let's take a look first. But I love that it's got this whole mocha tone to it. Like it kind of picks up the tones in the shirt and some of the brown, and then there's like some rosy tones in here. What we're going to do though is take a little bit of Natural. I haven't tried this yet, so we're going to try this together. It's their lip definer, my favorite lip liner. And we're going to add this first and then go in with this and see if that's a better better combination for my current coloring. Okay, so that automatically warms up everything. My lips have a cool tone to them. So when I do this, it picks up the warmer tones and then kind of evens out everything. So I like this when I have more sheer colors, or if it's a little bit cool, like in this case, it's a little bit cool for my overall tone right now. So we're gonna go in with this next. Oh yeah, let me know where you have been traveling. Have you been traveling? Have you been staying home? Yeah, let me know what you've been doing these past few weeks. I know a lot of you have been shopping, the sales. It seems like a lot of sales happen around now. This is better. This is definitely better for my current coloring. And let's finish off with a fragrance. Let me see. I'm actually gonna apply this one, Darby Rose, because the friends we're seeing tonight, I was telling her about this fragrance. I told her I'd wear it one time. So now that I remembered. And that is it for the final look. I love this look. I think it works really well with my tan. Like I said, we needed to adjust slightly with the lip color, but I think as I lose my tan, that lip color is going to work really well for me. It does tend to go slightly cooler on me than some other lip shades that I've had. In fact, let me see if I have any other lip veils that I can compare for you, as well as other luminescent eye shades. Let me go ahead and swatch those for you now. I went ahead and pulled several that kind of reminded me of Laurel, but you'll see Laurel's one of the lightest ones that I have. So we've got Laurel. Tamboti is about the same in terms of lightness, not as much of a cool tone. It's got more of a beigey tone to it. Now it did remind me of Honey Pot, but you can see Honey Pot's just a bit more intense. Then we've got Jasmine, which was a limited edition. You can see it's a lighter shade and it's got a peachier tone. Then we have another limited edition, that's Plumeria, but it's pinkier. It's a little bit more intense as well. And then this final one is Freesia, which also is more intense, has more of a plummier note to it. So hopefully that gives you some reference. The only thing that it's really deeper than is this one right here, which was Jasmine. Otherwise, it appears less intense than the other shades I swatched for you. In case you have all or some of the Chantecaille eye shades for reference, the two new ones are up front and the original 6 are in the middle there. Then we've got 2 additional ones in the back and then 2 limited edition in the back. I'll just swatch them all for you just so you can get a good idea of what these are compared to the ones that already exist. I've swatched all of my luminescent eye shades for you as well as the matte. There you can see the difference, but this is the first one. The new one is Rowan, and you can see it's very close to Zebra, which I'm sure many of you were wondering, except the level of shimmer here is different. This is much more consistent over here, the new one, Rowan, versus Zebra, which is the rose gold shade that has more intermittent shimmer. It looks brighter as well. So it is different. Then we've got here Pangolin, which is a dusky lilac. Next is a smoky burgundy shade, which is Crane. Then next we have a Regal Emerald, which is Tiger. Next up is a warm champagne. This is Cheetah. Then we have Lion, which is a golden copper. The sophisticated olive shade is Rhinoceros. Elephant, which is a taupe gray. Next is a wild bronze color, Leopard. Then Giraffe is a burnished brown. And then this is a matte shade, which is Bay. And let me just move this a little bit closer to the center. I think this illustrates both the shade comparison as well as the difference in finish. It's a velvet matte, but you can definitely see that it's not a flat matte. So one more time, I'll just name them by their names. Rowan, Zebra, Pangolin, Crane, Tiger, Cheetah, Lion, Rhinoceros, Elephant, Leopard, Giraffe, Bay. But overall, I love this look. I love the level of shimmer that's in that luminescent eye shade that I first tried on, Rowan. And then I really love the matte shade as well. Very lovely formula on it. I think it's described as a, let me just see, that chocolatey color is described as a velvety matte finish. So it has a bit of a what's what I'm looking for? It has a bit of glow because of the texture, not because there's anything shimmery in it, but the light does bounce off of it. It doesn't completely absorb the light, so it's not that kind of a matte. It's got a skin-like glow to it. So again, because of the texture of it. So hopefully you'll have seen that in the swatch that I provided. Really love this look. It's perfect for how I'm wearing makeup these days. I think actually the colors go really well with my tan that I have right now. Yeah, if you were hovering around this shade right now, I think the colors that I featured here in the eye shades will be really, really beautiful. Like I said, the next video going up was filmed previous to this a few weeks ago, but I think the content is very, very relevant. But you're gonna see the difference in my skin tone from not being in the sun to being in the sun. Yeah, even with SPF, this is how tan I get, and a hat, and staying under the shade as much as possible, but I know that lots of sun reflects off of water and any surfaces. And then we'll have a vlog coming up of the trip, and then we'll have an unboxing. Lots of lovely things have come in, as well as talking about this bag a little bit more. So I'm excited about the videos coming up. But that is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.